listening to The Review on the OSG Sports Podcasting Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Review. It's the Online Sports Guys college football podcast featuring us, the Online Sports Guys. And guys, we got to talk about an interesting Week 12. There were a lot of strange but true things that happened across a broad spectrum of games. Usually you expect at least a couple of odd things happening over the course of the college football weekend. This was more exceptional and really kind of very weird.
Oh, pshaw.
Aha. I want to start, before we get into the weekends, the Saturday action, I want to start with a couple of things during the week. And I only mention this because of the hilarity of it all. Wednesday night, Northern Illinois goes to UMass, takes on the Minute Men, arguably the worst program in college football over the last decade. They fall to 0-10 in the season. They lose their game 45-3. But the reason I bring it up, is because when they kicked the field goal to make it a 3, they set off fireworks.
Absolutely. Hey, look. I'm guessing that those fireworks probably were sitting and needed to be fired because they probably had an expiration date and you didn't want them to.
Yeah, I was going to say, those aren't going to keep till next year.
No. So you figure even if it's a sad field goal, then your fireworks need to go off. Look, celebrate the fact that you scored points. Go for it. I mean, I will be that guy that will wear UMass football gear proudly just to sit there and say, guys, keep it going, because I'm staring at those student athletes more than anything else. I mean, that program has just not been good. I mean, they got kicked out of the MAC.
I think they followed this show because they knew we were recommending that game for football on a budget. And, once they scored points, they wanted to reward the people that showed up by giving them a fireworks show.
And if it was to the 1812 overture, it would have been just.
Oh yeah, that would have made it interesting. I want to go down here want to mention one game on Friday. Clemson gets the win at Louisville, knocking Louisville out of any potential contention for an ACC championship game and out of the top 25. Clemson wins 20-19. All kinds of weirdness there. Botched punt snaps, goal line stands, dogs and cats living together, total chaos.
2-for-1 hot dogs in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
And the crowd goes wild.
Game that might make Clemson bowl eligible because they've got to play South Carolina still. And I don't remember who the other game is, but they actually.
Oh, yes, Furman.
They actually have a chance of becoming bowl eligible despite their major disappointment of a 2025 football season.
I can relate.
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts Bowl, here we come.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get to the games on Saturday. Let's go through some of the top 25 action here. Ohio State takes care of business. Yawn. 48-10 over UCLA.
Did you see People's hurdle?
No, I did not.
I mean, it looked like Olympic sprinting. Boom, touchdown. Like he's their fourth string running back, and he's doing that.
As when People's hurdle, they got to land with both feet on the ground.
But they played that game without their starting right guard, starting right tackle, and their top 2 wide receivers.
Yep, give them a day off.
I know they're not in the SEC, so it doesn't count. And they didn't play terrible in the first half and have to come back. They just took care of business from the jump.
Yeah, they continued their trend of being in the mid-40s for strength of schedule by demolishing UCLA 48-10. Indiana and Wisconsin. Indiana gets an easy win there, 31-7. Fernando Mendoza continues his Heisman Trophy campaign, 22 for 24. 299 and 4 touchdowns. Easy win for them. And then there's the Texas A&M South Carolina game.
Oh, God.
The opposite of yawn.
Now, is this a gutsy comeback against a gritty SEC team?
No.
Or is it,
No.
or should this just be an embarrassment to them?
This should be a wake-up call to them. I watched a good chunk of this game, and the first half was just horrible. Marcel Reed couldn't hit the broadside of a barn in the first half.
The barn.
Gave up a fat guy touchdown.
Yes, South Carolina did everything right, including managing to avoid conflict with a rogue Texas Ranger who was on the field trying to cause a scene.
Do we have a Jackhole of the Year award at the end of the year? Because we bookmark that highlight.
I think you might have just created it.
Jesus.
I thought it was a casting call for Super Troopers 3, but
Not wrong. Not wrong. And the thing is,
You even have a good mustache.
the guy pointed at the wrong player.
Mm-hmm.
He's going up the ramp, lowers the shoulder on the guy to his left, and he's pointing to the guy that it was to his right, as to, hey, you.
Yeah,
You that scored the touchdown.
Yeah, it should have been Nick Harbor was the one who caught the touchdown. A couple of his teammates ran down into the tunnel with him.
It's like Bo with the Kingdom. He just goes through them.
It was a great catch and run. Good throw by Lenore Sellers, one of the few good throws he made on the day. And I don't know what the guy was. Well, actually, I do know what the guy was probably thinking.
Remember, A&M's a cult.
Yes.
Yeah, that point of view even happens in this house, actually. That sentence has been used by the boss a lot when it refers to ATM. That is absolutely true.
And then the second half happened, and it was a completely different ball game. Marcel Reed all of a sudden became that Heisman Trophy candidate guy. He somehow ended up 22 for 39, 439.
All the
touchdowns and
in the
two
first half.
interceptions.
Yeah, all that was
the fumble lost.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really connected, but South Carolina hasn't been the same since that debacle in the bowl game last year against Illinois. I mean, they've played well in parts this year, but they've found ways to collapse at every chance they've gotten. I mean,
Illinois
they couldn't ask for much more than what they did in the first half to put themselves in the position to win that game.
Look, I mean, Marty just said it. Illinois broke South Carolina.
Of all the things, yeah, of all the weird things that you can say, that might be the weirdest.
But data points.
But
they don't look good since.
Beto. But
and the question becomes: is Shane Beamer going to join the unemployment line? South Carolina 3-7, 1-7 in the SEC after being preseason.
Those 7 are quality losses.
They are.
Those only count as half.
But this is also the number of consecutive weeks on this show.
No, we missed last week.
We did not.
Nobody got fired last week.
Damn it.
Yeah, the string got broken.
So our string got broken.
Are we starting a new one?
I think so, probably.
Possibly.
If it's not South Carolina, it might be Wisconsin. So
He just got the vote of confidence.
Yeah, I think Luke's going to get another year.
Well, they play Illinois this week, so maybe they can break Wisconsin too.
I think Wisconsin's already broken.
Yes.
You can't break something that's already been broke.
Yeah, you can. You can just put it in smaller pieces.
But we digress. Moving on, speaking of a turnover-filled game,
and we're walking.
Oklahoma travels to Tuscaloosa and gets the win over the Crimson Tide, 23-21. Did not see that coming.
No.
Did not see it coming at all.
No.
One of those games Alabama's played so clean all year, and they made all the mistakes for once. Oklahoma, they've had a couple of games like this where they've dominated statistically, but gutted it out. And great comeback season for them.
I've seen Oklahoma.
It's almost like the SEC might have some mid teams this year.
they've got some depth, which is more than the Big Ten can say.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yes.
Who's the top two?
Those two, and then who's after them?
Here we go.
Well, see, we don't do a false narrative saying every team is like the best thing in the world and we should have like 7 teams in the playoffs. We just go in and win it.
Oh, boy.
You haven't won it yet.
Well, last 2. So we'll stand on business with that. 10 toes down.
Yes. Alabama completely dominated the game statistically, 406 yards of total offense to 212. But again, the turnover number is the one that stands out. 3 turnovers by the Crimson Tide. Those 3 turnovers all got cashed in by Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. They fumbled 3 times, lost 2 of them, and then you had the Ty Simpson pick. So Ty Simpson had a fumble and an interception in the game. So that's what you've got to do on the road. And when you have 2 ranked teams, doesn't matter what conference is, win the turnover battle, be clinical with those finishes, and you end up taking Alabama, knocking them down. And I don't know how far up Oklahoma goes when we have the made-for-TV ratings for the CFP coming early in the week. But obviously Alabama goes probably, 8-9, and then Oklahoma goes 1 spot above them probably. If I'm writing this television show the way that it's probably going to.
Yes, if you're writing the script, that's pretty much the way the script will go.
Yeah, so pair up Oklahoma and UAT. They'll be back-to-back, but Oklahoma will be 1 spot above UAT because of what happened on the weekend.
Yep, and really these days, that's all it takes.
And North Texas is going to be your 12.
I don't know who's going to be the number 12 right now because it could be any one of about a half dozen teams, none of which are going to stand a chance.
I don't know.
They all keep kind of.
I'll take a wild card over too many from one conference.
I want to know who that 5 is going to be. If it's going to be James Madison or if it's going to be North Texas, I want to know who that 5 is going to be because that 5 is going to be staring at offensive tape for months trying to figure out how to stop whatever offense it's going to be, whether it's James Madison or North Texas. I'm looking forward to that 5-12.
Okay, we'll see how that plays itself out.
Bring it.
Texas Tech, another impressive performance by the Red Raiders. Easy win over UCF, 48-9.
Second half of your sentence is more accurate than the first, but go ahead.
Didn't really have to do much. The Texas Tech defense, super strong. UCF, just kind of there.
Yeah, 4-5 going into Lubbock. I mean, look.
North Texas at Texas Tech.
Oh, take the over. Take the over, and it's going to be a 4.5-hour broadcast window. We're all going to enjoy it.
Yep.
Fantastic television.
They're going to need a couple of intermissions to get you through that one because it's going to last all day.
Brought to you by Oxygen.
Say, who owns that network? It could end up on there.
Could you imagine the irony, Marty, if you were programming it and you just simulcast it on Oxygen because of that? It's Snapped. It's you get all those other series that they have when it comes to that, and we have Texas Tech and North Texas. Be fantastic.
First one to 100 wins.
No, because they'd probably go over that too. They just let them go, wind them up.
Good game in Oxford, Mississippi last night, yesterday afternoon.
Sure.
Ole Miss gets the win over a game Florida team, 34-24.
Give them no credit.
They keep doing what they need to do. Kyron Lacey had a huge game, 31 carries, 224 yards, 3 touchdowns.
And some weird chants from the crowd.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Good win. Look for Ole Miss to make a little bit of a move up with Alabama losing. But again, like Georgia right now, they're not going to be playing for the SEC championship game.
And look for Jimmy Sexton to make an entirely large amount of money that he didn't have before this year.
Yeah, that is one of the questions of the coaching carousel.
Nothing like having folks staring over at the other sideline wondering, hey, is he really going to go over there?
Why would he go over there other than Tango Dinero?
Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
I'm just going to sit here and do this.
Because you could easily make the argument right now that Ole Miss is a much better football program.
Mm-hmm. He's working within the budget he's got at Ole Miss. He brought in Trinidad Chambliss from, I don't know, Division II.
He wasn't even the starter to start the season, and he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the SEC and in the country.
Ferris State Bulldogs. Find folks that you think will fit your system, regardless of level, and you will see the results. Ferris State, fantastic program in Division II, top of the ladder right now.
And absolutely nothing to do with Ferris Bueller.
No. Nothing. Bulldogs. Look, find guys that fit your system. They're all over the place. The level of competition and the gaps are not what they used to be. There's a reason Ferris, and say Ferris, there's a reason that they're the top-ranked team in Division II. They keep finding those athletes. And because of NIL and because of the transfer rule and because of it being the Wild West, you can go to a place like Ferris, Michigan, and you can find guys like that that can help you out. Everybody's stunned. Oh, my God, he came from Division II. It ain't that different. Just the quality. It's the bulk of the athlete, and I mean that both in the physical and the depth sense when it comes to the rosters. Find guys. They're out there. It doesn't matter if it's 1AA. Doesn't matter if it's Division II. They're out there, and you find them, and they fit, and you're seeing it in Oxford right now.
It's one of the oldest adages in sports as things go. Find the guys that fit what you do best, and they will excel.
That.
A talented guy in a bad system is a bad football player. A guy with a lot of skill who fits your system perfectly wins you an award and possibly a national championship.
I'm saying.
Want to talk about the Georgia-Texas game here as we move on down the list.
Speaking of, so let me get this straight. So, is it true that both Ron Paulus and Arch Manning have both won 4 Heisman trophies?
True.
Between the two of them? Yes, between the two of them.
Oh, man.
On paper, they have.
Oh, man. Just stop, people. Stop.
Your preseason Heisman winner.
Arch Manning's a good kid, and he may turn out to be a very good college football quarterback. Right now, he's not. Georgia this was arguably the best performance the Georgia Bulldogs have put on all season. And they seem to be getting better as the season goes on. Second half, they just completely dominated the game, particularly in the fourth quarter. They kind of ran the ball down Texas's throat and did what they needed to do. The onside kick, that was it. That pretty much broke the back.
That was straight up stepping on their throat.
Yeah.
That's
coming off of a touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Great.
Any chance of Texas coming back to win that game ended right then and there.
Now, how far do you think they should drop down the rankings?
Yes.
Texas?
Yes.
Look for them to land probably around 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. They will be out of the college football playoff rankings.
They should be.
Should versus will. And they will be put in a seat.
How many top 10 teams have they lost to already?
Oh,
all of them.
Yeah,
okay, everyone they've played.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, what have they done?
I know you're in the SEC and you're on ESPN all the time. At a certain point, you've played your way out.
Well,
yeah. They're kind of like the Los Angeles Lakers of college football. They're supposed to be the program, but they're not that good.
Yeah, watch when Archie stays the next year and there's a mass exodus of people in the portal.
Boy. You figure that they're going to beat Arkansas next time out. So they'll go to 8-3. Then on the 28th, they play A&M at Darrell K. Royal.
That's going to be a good game.
So you could have Texas at 8-3. Let's just say they were to lose, which is what they have done against ranked opponents this season. They're 8-4.
Oh, then they're in the Gator Bowl at that point.
Well, what do you want to bet? What do you want to bet?
Remember, they're quality SEC losses, except for the Ohio State game. Then
they're still in the Gator Bowl or the Duke's Mayo Bowl. It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, if they're going to be, I will guarantee you, after the Arkansas game, they will be within shouting distance of that 12, and it's going to be a talking point for that particular game. If they were to lose to Texas A&M, an 8-4 Texas, do they get in at 12? And then
no.
is our Go 5 number 11?
It's do they deserve to go in at 12 or will they? They're
right.
Two separate things.
That is the question.
Both should be a no.
What was your qualifier?
Should.
Correct. This is a television series we're planning here. Bless you. I think that's the common thought of a lot of folks in College Station. About
there will be too many teams in front of them for that to happen.
This is me not holding my breath.
I will bet one soft drink on that.
Find your blackest of black helicopters, or find a helicopter and paint it black. Just after the Arkansas game and that nebulous television poll comes out, take a peek at where Texas is. And if they're within shouting distance of the 12, even if they lose, things happen in front of them. What happens?
We will bet at least one soft drink on this.
Perfectly bias on display.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
It will not happen. A 4-loss Texas team is not getting into the playoff, period. Period.
Your helicopters, sir.
Moving on down the list, Notre Dame dumps Pittsburgh pretty handily, 37-15. Watch the very beginning of this game.
Why?
Jeremiah Love, dude is incredible. He made a Madden highlight move.
Yeah, that's true.
On a long touchdown run in the first quarter. That was like, holy shit.
He gave himself the explicit rating this week. Attaboy.
Yay.
I mean, they're that. I don't even know if Notre Dame's that good or Pittsburgh's just not nearly they're severely overrated.
Yes.
Pittsburgh's not good.
Love finished with 23 carries, 147 yards, and a touchdown. That 56-yard run should be highlight reel material for the next week. Easy win for the Fighting Irish. They're going to be probably nothing. They will be in the playoff.
Playoff. All right.
Conference already.
Yeah. So if they're the 9, if we were writing the television show for the midweek, they go up to 8. Then Then what? Let's see. You got. So if Oklahoma goes up to 9, Alabama is your 10.
Mm-hmm. Or your ACC champ is going to be 11 as long as it's Georgia Tech or Virginia.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get my helicopters fired up. That's right. I'm just starting the engine. That's all.
And your number 12 right now is some combination of BYU, Utah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see the conundrum here? You're trying to figure out what your 12 is when all you got to do is go over to the hangar and start your helicopter. That's all you got to do. It's not hard. Yeah. Come on, Phil. You can fire up the helicopter. It's all right.
Come on, it's a 12-team playoff. There should be at least 6 SEC teams in
it. It won't be Texas.
Oh, boy.
It will not be a 4-loss
You're leaving
team.
Quality losses out of the equation.
I'm leaving losses, period, out of the equation. USC could sneak in there as well. Do not overlook them.
I prefer to. Thank you.
Going on down the list, speaking of BYU, an easy win for the Cougars, bounced back after a very disappointing loss last week. They take care of TCU 44-13.
Mm-hmm.
Utah, they take care of Baylor 55-28. Another game which was an easy win for the Utes in a game where Baylor threw the ball at least 58 times.
How many to their own receivers?
Decent amount. Their quarterback had a pretty good game.
Sawyer Robertson, 29 of 58, 433 and 2. Yeah, you had to sling it when you were down 28-17 at the break. You kind of had to, and then you were down, 35-20 after 3, and then Utah scores 20 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep. And Utah threw the ball a grand total of 16 times the entire game.
103 yards passing.
Oh.
And you put 55 on the board. You went double nickel running for 380.
Oh, they're running the quarterback, Bert Ficklin. 2 for 3 passing, 23 yards, nothing. But he ran 6 times for 166 yards, including a 74-yard touchdown run.
Oh boy.
That's that
Bird.
game.
Bird Ficklin. That's straight out of the 30s. That should be like in black and white film and leather helmets and all that. Bird Ficklin. You get Walter Winchell. Bird Ficklin ran for 6 times for 174 yards. One of those kind of things. That's what that sounds like.
And now your ACC teams. Georgia Tech somehow survives against Boston College, who was.
You guys see that post-game interview that Brent Key gave?
I did not see that.
He was pissed,
and he should have been.
He wanted nothing to do with the post-game interview, and he was like, "Well, we shouldn't have put ourselves in that situation."
Correct.
He was.
There is no excuse. There's no excuse for Georgia Tech to have had to have won that game on a 23-yard field goal with 11 seconds left.
Go for the foliage, stay for the football.
Yeah, I mean, Brent Key even, he watched you on the show last week, John, say that once a year Boston College jumps up and stings somebody, and he knew it was going to happen, and he couldn't convince his team that it was it's going to be them potentially, but they survived.
Oh man, I don't want to be at Tech practice this week.
I mean,
yeah, somehow or another, the Yellow Jackets are 9-1 this season. They're 6-1 in the conference, and right now we're looking at potentially a Georgia Tech Virginia ACC championship game. The winner with a pretty decent chance of going to the college football playoff.
What's the difference between that game and the A&M one?
A&M's a lot better than either one of these teams.
I'm just saying somebody much better playing way too close to somebody that's not even in the same ballpark.
Yeah, let me see what the margin. Let me see if it was that much of a deficit or if it actually was just stubbing your toe the entire time and not being.
Marty, that's an argument, but if you look at it in totality, A&M did win at Notre Dame by 1 also. I mean, so it's hard to argue that they've done what they needed to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just saying they both had bad games.
So Tech and BC was tied at the half at 14. Then BC scored 14 in the third quarter to make it 28-17. And so Tech had to do all of their business in the fourth quarter. So even at the half, and then you had to come back, you outscored BC 19-6 in the fourth quarter. So
they're both embarrassing wins.
BC being 1-10 and BOB throwing a nutty on the sideline, I think cost his team 15 yards at one point during the comeback. So, yeah. Dylan Lonergan, Brookwood High School, local, 26 of 43, 62 and 2. So that was, and he's a baseball guy, and so he throws for 362 as a starting quarterback. BC is now 1-10. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely a bottom 10 team. More ACC action here. Miami with a win 41-7 over NC State in a game that really wasn't that close.
And it's not that important. Move on.
Yeah. Good game out in California this weekend. Iowa traveling to USC. What ended up being a little bit of a barn burner. USC gets the win 26-21, but Iowa put up a pretty decent fight. Of course, they hit 21 points in the first half and then didn't score again.
They brought the weather with them, too.
It's mandated that Iowa has to play in the rain from here on in.
Yeah.
Just to fit their style. USC, I will get to it probably going to next week's games, but Big Ten has a problem if USC doesn't beat Oregon because there's no legitimate claim by anyone after those top three of getting into the playoff. If it's not USC, because I see no way Michigan beats Ohio State this year, so they'll have 3 losses. So it's got to be USC. Good job surviving this one because Iowa's tough.
Yep, and
I gotta say, you don't need more than 2 teams from any conference.
On paper, to be the most fair to everybody, yes, that's the way it should be.
Ain't fair, son.
But life ain't fair, and neither is the college football playoff.
It's a TV show like John tells us every week. But
so USC takes over at their own 29 after you had a catch go to review, and it was reversed. And so USC runs out the clock, getting 2 first downs, including an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Iowa assistant coach Seth Wallace. So that helped out run the clock for USC. Quoting Ferentz, one of our assistants went out on the field, literally stepped over the line. That's that, end quote. So at most, Iowa would have gotten the ball back with 10 seconds left, maybe less in a best-case scenario without that flag, without that PF. But the real issue, local press, Iowa blowing leads of 14-0 and 21-7, not scoring in the second half on 4 possessions and committing the game's only turnover.
Like I said, they scored 21 points, and that's when the offense stops because they're not allowed to score more than that. It's like a regulator.
Talk to Columbia, South Carolina about that too.
More Big Ten action here. Michigan gets the win over Northwestern 24-22, despite Northwestern making a furious comeback attempt.
Another embarrassing win.
At Wrigley Field.
In the game, Dominic Zavada's field goal ended up on Waveland, I think.
It might have. Not much you can really say about that.
Except stop playing games there.
Yes.
Yeah. I get the nostalgia thing and wanting to do something different, but that is not a place where you should be playing football. It's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Bad for the players. It's bad for the fans.
Not good, Jerry.
Yeah, Virginia gets the win over Duke, knocking Duke out of contention for the ACC championship game. Virginia 34, Duke 17. Chandler Morris returns from the injured list. 23 for 35, 316, and a couple of touchdowns. The Wahoos look like they kind of got their act together this year, at least on the ACC level. I don't know about on a bigger.
That's a left-handed compliment.
Yes, it's about as backhanded as you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to talk about.
I mean, if you win the ACC championship, do you even print shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you got to wear something while you're holding up the trophy.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Oh, yeah. And that comes from the conference, not up to the teams. Tennessee with an easy win, 42-9 over New Mexico State.
I'm saying they lost just because of those jerseys, though. Jeez. Awful.
It's pretty amazing that the ACC has become sort of a whipping boy, considering – look at the past 40 years, the national championships they've racked up within Miami, Florida State, Clemson, et cetera. And now they've been reduced to something way less.
Yeah.
What a shame.
I mean, yeah. And the 2 of the 3 schools you mentioned there, Sly,
got broke.
Yeah. They peaked and they kind of jumped the shark.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and this was not Fonzie in front of Arnold's either. This landed right in the fountain. This was not clearing that fountain. They both landed in the fountain.
Little Snake River action,
but a big splash.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this game. A crazy finish. Navy gets the win over South Florida. Pretty much eliminating South Florida's chances being that group of 5 team, 41-38. A lot of yards, a lot of offense. Byron Brown for South Florida, 23 for 32, 327, 2 touchdowns and an interception, but he also ran 17 times for $136 and 2 touchdowns.
Brent Musburger.
How many bowl teams are in the American?
Bowl teams or playoff teams?
Or football teams?
Actually, both. I mean, those guys are putting out. Like,
careful now.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're showing up every week in, week out. They're putting up numbers.
They are. Right now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams that already have qualified for a bowl eligibility with 6 or more wins. Army's 5-4, Temple's 5-5, UTSA 5-5, and Rice 5-5. All of whom have a chance to qualify for a bowl game, because all you need is that 6th win.
By this game, for anybody that didn't see it, it was a 39-point fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Wild game.
And there's a reason why we're inviting Blake Horvath to the OSG CFB end of year barbecue and coffee clutch, because he is a bad man when he's healthy. You see what Navy can do. Throws for 147, runs for 60. So that's 207 in total offense. And then the combination of Horvath and Eli Heidenreich, I think Eli Heidenreich got to set the record for receiving when it comes to Navy on a career. 5 for 146 yesterday on Saturday for Heidenreich. So don't mess with Eli Heidenreich either. I mean, Horvath, and honestly, if we had our own separate wide receiver table, Eli Heidenreich would be at that table for me for the postseason party. Don't mess with a healthy Navy. That's all I can say.
Indeed.
Because they'll sink your battleship, brother.
Some other games to mention here as we go down the list. We talked about briefly North Texas. North Texas goes to 9-1, 5-1 in the American after they destroy UAB 53-24.
Mm-hmm.
They just do what they do, rack up a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Drew Mestamaker throws for another.
I hope they can keep that coach.
They can't. They unless the folks in Denton come up with oil money, that staff is going to be out the door. Somebody's going to find. I mean, and like I said, the boss has been waving her hands frantically at this coaching staff, saying they need to go to her alma. But this has just been a great year. And Drew Mestamaker, redshirt freshman, by the way, Drew Mestamaker in this offense, putting up these numbers. He'll be invited to the postseason.
I mean, they do got Stone Cold. They got the Eagles are named the Eagles because that was the mascot of North Texas at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Give me North Texas as the 12 or James Madison as the 12. Shoot, give me North Texas.
It's not just a jazz school anymore.
No, North Texas at the 11, James Madison at the 12, and give me the chaos and take the over. That's what I want.
Yes.
Speaking of James Madison, they hosted App State, battle of two Sunbelt powerhouse teams. Only one of them ended up being a powerhouse after this one was over because JMU wins 58-10.
Mm-hmm.
Total incomplete domination in that game.
JMU just growing coaches?
Yes.
Yes.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
In the water over there. I mean, it's a beautiful campus.
Yeah, I was going to say, whether it's college football on a budget or it's full price tickets, it's worth taking a trip up there to go see a game.
Harrisonburg, Virginia. Good luck finding it on a map.
I have been there. It's a nice stadium.
It's worth the trip. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Some other notes here. Sam Houston gets their second win. This one over Delaware, 26-23.
Good for the Bearcats with a K. The season that they've had with transitioning, but sorry to the Wilkerson household because, house divided. I think Missouri State won and Delaware lost. And so that means now that Missouri State is 7-3, but they can't go to a bowl unless there aren't enough bowl-eligible teams. And Delaware is now 5-5. So, the first time that those two schools play each other in Conference USA, I think that's going to be a field trip for us because we just want to see what the reactions are going to be with Cat and Wilkie when they're sitting there on opposite ends of the stadium for the entire day. But no,
I want them sitting at the 50.
I thought it'd be great.
I want a live stream of it too.
and Cat's going to be on
throwing popcorn at each other.
Yeah, well, Cat'll have to sit on the Missouri State side, and Wilkie has to sit in the Delaware side.
Yeah, just get those two seats right next to each other.
Yep, right there at the
Each side of the 50.
The question being, do they have to wear both?
Absolutely, they do.
The split gear with one of each.
No. They don't they don't wear the split gear. Cat has to wear her Delaware gear in full on the Missouri State side. Wilkie wears his Missouri State gear on the Delaware side, but they're in seats next to each other right there at the 50 where they split it up like they do at the Cotton Bowl.
Loser has to dress as the other team's mascot.
For a week.
They have to just sit in the corner during the podcast and not allowed to say anything.
Fantastic.
Dress up as the mascot, little dunce cap on.
And the winner comes on and say whatever they want about the losing team.
Little bug in the corner.
Absolutely true.
John, your Florida State Seminoles.
And we're moving on. That was a great talk. What's going on for the rest of the
one game away from bowl eligibility as they beat Virginia Tech 34-14. They finish at North Carolina State and at Florida. What are the chances of them winning one of those two games, if not both? Anybody?
Go to commercial.
Bueller?
They have an SEC win, don't they?
I don't care.
They do. As a matter of fact, yes, they do.
Anything's possible. Is all
$53 million buyout.
Not happening.
$5 million after December 1st.
Yeah, they're stuck with him at least for another season.
Thanks. I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Unless a Florida man hits the lottery and pays it off.
It is what I'm here for. I do have a little bit of disappointing news for a team that we've been following over the last few weeks here on the review. Kennesaw State goes down in defeat. They travel to Jacksonville State with a 35-26 win.
Yeah, there was one, and this is the serious side of things. There was a player injury last night for Kennesaw State that we're going to be keeping our eye on. So it was offered last night, and it was a helmet to helmet hit, and the Jacksonville State player was given a targeting penalty and an ejection. Caleb Offord, University came out with a statement early on Sunday morning. Transported back to an Atlanta area hospital during the game, conscious and alert. When he exited the game, exhibited feeling and movement in his extremities, currently in stable condition, undergoing further testing back in Atlanta. So obviously we're thinking about Caleb Offord. But right now still, Kennesaw State looks like they're going to be heading for a bowl game. They still have Missouri State to play. And right now they're looking at Bahamas. But that's a great turnaround by Jerry Mack, regardless of how the season ends.
Yeah, the question becomes, is Jerry Mack going to be on the coaching carousel in a target for some of these bigger schools?
Yes, I imagine so.
Want to make a special shout out mention to some performances this week. One from my alma mater, running back O.J. Arnold of the Georgia Southern Eagles had a game of a lifetime. 21 carries, Southern, by the way, beating Coastal Carolina 45-40 in Statesboro. Arnold ran the ball 21 times for 267 yards and 2 touchdowns. But there's more. Arnold also caught 4 passes for 53 yards and a touchdown.
But there's more.
And there's still more. He also threw a 73-yard touchdown pass.
How far did it travel in a year?
That I don't know. But does it matter?
Yeah. If he threw it 70 yards, that'd be it. I mean, that man deserves an award.
Ask Tim Tebow about Yak when he was a quarterback for the Broncos.
That's still a hell of a performance.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there's no way around that. That will go down as one of the better performances of the 2025 season.
Get that man a statue.
We invite him to the OSG postseason barbecue and coffee clutch.
Just for that game alone as a special mention.
Check.
Guys, we have talked long enough about what happened in the week that was. When we come back in the second half of the show, we're going to talk about the week ahead as we quickly approach the Thanksgiving holiday and rivalry weeks, along with everybody's favorite segment, college football on a budget. All that and more when we return for the second half of the review. You are listening to the review on the OSG Sports Broadcasting Network.
Please like and subscribe.
Over here in the OSG Sports side of things, we talk football. FOOTBALL. College football version here with the college football review every single week. But for those of you that like not just football with two O's, but football with a U, FUTBOL, there's the Soccer Down Here Network. I'm John Nelson. I host the morning show on Soccer Down Here along with Jarrett Smith, Nick Alifi, Jason Longshore. And if you're looking for the best information when it comes to the world of soccer, based in the southeastern United States, but we don't leave anything off the table. 9:05 Eastern time until 11 whenever. Sometimes we go for a while. SDH Network morning show, soccer's morning show, Monday through Friday, plus all the live events we do. It is your place and your source for soccer that is based in the Southeast, but covers everything on the world. SoccerDownHere.net, the Soccer Down Here app, available iOS and Android through our friends at Spreaker. That's like speaker with an R in the middle. Spreaker, do a search for OSG Sports. Do a search for Soccer Down Here. All the soccer content all in one place. It is the SDH Network and Soccer Down Here.
Thanks for sticking around, everybody. You have made it to the second half of the show. This is the part where we start off by talking about games coming in the upcoming week as we ever so closely come close to Thanksgiving holiday week. Some rivalry games starting to show up here on the schedule as we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday college football.
Happy days.
And you can't beat a league that has 5 games a week worth of games. Won't get too deep into the Tuesday games, mostly some MAC action. Wednesday as well. Thursday, a little Sun Belt fun, Fun Belt fun. The Lovely Brides, alma mater, the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana, traveling to Arkansas State. And on Friday, John's favorite team, the Florida State Seminoles, travel to North Carolina State in a game that they might actually win and become bowl eligible.
And we're walking. We're going right past.
Hey, you might be able to come visit me for the Frisco Bowl or something.
I mean, keep it right on moving. We're just gonna.
They give away free coffee.
Yeah, we got some good. We got some good matchups on Saturday, but a lot of games that are TBD on times at this point. In fact, almost half of the schedule. Ohio State with.
Let me guess. Big noon Saturday.
Well, I don't know because I mean. You got Rutgers and Ohio State, but then you
refer to them as stupid Rutgers. But go ahead.
Well, and then you've got SC and Oregon.
Yeah, and that's probably the Big Ten game of the week right there.
That means So I'd probably
not a noon game.
Yeah, but that's not going to be a noon game.
But that might be.
It would be funny if it was.
I'd laugh.
My guess is that's where they're going to do the morning show, but I don't know if that's your kickoff game. It might just be them talking in front of empty chairs and
watching the sun come up.
Yeah, I mean, not the first time, but
I have some unmanned RVs in the background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People haven't shown up yet.
At a Camping World and just rent a couple and put them in the background.
Should be an interesting matchup. A lot at stake for both teams. Neither of whom have played the most intense schedule of the year. But the winner of this game is likely the number 3 in the Big Ten and still has a chance of doing some damage, possibly sneaking into that college football playoff.
I feel like the Big Ten needs more quality losses.
Yeah. What's up, Sly?
Yeah, John brought up the that penalty at the end of the Iowa USC game. If that's going to be the trend and the officiating of USC games, then I would expect some shenanigans going on in Eugene in favor of Southern Cal.
Because, shenanigans in Eugene, that
Yeah, I was going to say, take a look, see what brand shoes the refs are wearing, and that might tell you what you need to know.
Moving on down the list, Here's my pick for an upset special, guys.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Uh-oh.
Missouri traveling to Oklahoma. Oklahoma coming off a huge win at Tuscaloosa, at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. They're hosting this game, but it's a noon kickoff on ABC. I think Missouri's got a chance of jumping up and biting them because I think Oklahoma might let their guard down after that huge win. Am I wrong?
I see a hangover here, yeah. Yeah.
Depends who's starting quarterback for Mizzou.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
That is true.
Yes. Agreed.
As we go down the list, a lot of cupcake games, such big dominant games as Charlotte at Georgia, Illinois at Alabama.
It's homecoming week.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to put it.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Boston.
Mercer at Auburn.
The Boston. I'll be heading.
With,
Boston. I'll be heading to the Plains for that one. Yeah.
Jeez.
But there's the Missouri State Kennesaw State game we were talking about.
Yeah, that could be a fascinating matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean
that is an under the radar game.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even football on a budget, by the way.
What else are you going to watch next week?
I mean, really?
Yeah, this is a chance to go see some games, pick up some games that you wouldn't normally get to see.
Or get some yard work done.
No, we don't want to do that.
Run your errands on Saturday so you can watch NFL on Sunday because it might be better.
Yeah. And you do not understand my life as a Browns fan. Although you should, you like the Dolphins, but
yes.
Yeah, I can relate to the futility.
Well, I mean,
that's why I'm wearing a rugby shirt right now.
Don't blame you, brother. I mean, you've got Arkansas and Texas, Kentucky and Vandy,
Duke at North Carolina, which would be a good basketball game.
Yeah, it would in some years, just not recently. Pitt and Georgia Tech at Bobby Dodd.
Yeah, that's an elimination game for one of them.
And for the I mean, shoot, North Texas and Rice. North Texas, they have to keep their momentum going up against Rice, and if they're going to continue to try to make their charge into the mini series at the end of the college football season, then they've got to beat Rice in Houston. So, big opportunity for Drew Mestamaker to put up another big set of numbers against Rice.
There's just not a whole lot on here that looks particularly interesting.
I would not advise Syracuse Notre Dame as a watch.
No.
No, that could.
That would be a great upset, though.
Yeah,
it would.
Let's see. Mississippi Valley State and Prairie View go for the tailgating and the bands. I mean, that's the band.
After you watch the band, go back to tailgating.
Pretty much. This is noon kick. Harvard and Yale, the game. Capital T, capital G at the Yale.
That's not the game.
No, Harvard clinched the Ivy League title this past week yesterday on a 52-yard field goal at the buzzer to get the win.
52-year-old field goal at the buzzer.
Well, they have a professor kicking.
A 52-year-old that kicked it.
Yeah,
but enough about Chris Wenke.
Don't put him back in college. The Browns would draft him.
Yeah, Princeton and Penn at Franklin Field. That's another one. That's Montana. Oh, Montana State, Montana Battle of the Wild. Get in price. I think this is the 134th renewal as we sport our Monon Bell T-shirt from 131 that happened last week. Montana State, Montana. Not football on a budget. Get in price in Missoula, $265.
Ooh,
wow!
Game money.
So seriously, and for some dumb reason that we know, the game's on the plus, 2:00 Eastern time. Montana State, Montana. Watch it. Much like we talk about South Dakota State and North Dakota State, Dakota Marker. Same reason to watch the Battle of the Wild. It's that kind of a game, and it means that much. So
it's the perfect weekend to do it.
Absolutely, and don't
Brought
be
to you by Mutual of Omaha.
Yes, and Wild Kingdom. You ain't kidding. Look at Jim approach these tailgates. Find out what they're smoking. Yeah, so don't be surprised if we have if little birdie might have something going on with the Battle of the Wild for the College Football X in the midweek.
All right, guys, what do you say we move on to everybody's favorite segment, College Football on a Budget, where we tell you games that you could go see for roughly the cost of a good quality soft drink.
Hit it.
And that all begins on Tuesday, where we got a couple of games. The first one being Akron at Bowling Green. You're getting price for that one right now. $9 at Dwight L. Perry Stadium in beautiful Bowling Green, Ohio.
Go see Eddie George.
Yeah, because I don't think we've been to Dwight Perry this year, so it gets the raising of the glass and a ding.
It's cheaper to go see a Heisman winner.
Yeah, lots of cheap football in Ohio on Tuesday night because Matt UMass travels to Ohio to take on the Bobcats. You're getting price for that one at Peden Stadium, $6.
We've been to Peden already, and it's UMass, so sorry, no.
I mean, you might get to see fireworks that deserve to be fireworks.
Yeah, because UMass is on the road.
Exactly.
Wednesday, Central Michigan at Kent State. You're getting price $11 at Dick's Stadium in Kent, Ohio.
Yes,
there's a trend here.
Because you never miss an opportunity to go see Dick's in Kent. That's what I'm saying.
Used to be a cool campus.
Used to be.
Yeah, used to be.
Might have to have a satellite office in Ohio just for football on a budget.
No kidding.
So
I got family there still. We got places to stay.
Agreed.
But
don't have anything on Thursday or Friday, but we got plenty on Saturday, guys.
Yeah, man, hit me.
You're among the list, something I would have never thought a few years ago. Nebraska at Penn State. You're getting price for that game at Beaver Stadium in beautiful Happy Valley, $9.
Sorry, can't find a hotel there even when the game's going to be that lowly.
Nope, nice Beaver. Thanks. Just had it stuffed. Not happening.
Nope.
More Big Ten discount fun. Illinois traveling to Wisconsin. You're getting price for that one, $8 at Camp Randall Stadium.
Jump around is bucket list stuff. Go for that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
worth it for the adventure.
If you want to get scared, go in the stands and don't jump. Just stand still and see how much that thing shakes. It's unnerving.
Then go back out and tailgate after jump around. Go back out and tailgate.
We'll talk about this one because it just barely over the limit. Baylor at Arizona. You're getting price at Arizona Stadium in Tucson, Arizona, $11.
I think we've been there this year, so I'm going to give it a ding.
We have not.
I think we've been.
I'm going to pass. It's got to be under the soda price for me.
Okay. All right.
So kind of like the Browns game currently.
Hard line. That's a hard line to take.
Indeed it is. Miami traveling to Blacksburg, Virginia to take on Virginia Tech at Lane Stadium. You're getting price right now a week out, $7.
If it was another team playing against Virginia Tech, I would say yes, unequivocally. But because it's the low-down dirty cheaters of the University of Coral Gables, I'm saying no.
I'm going to say
you don't like Miami?
Because if you have not been to Lane Stadium, it's worth going just for the entrance. To see Enter Sandman.
It is
totally worth it.
I'm going just to wear my Ohio State We Broke the U t-shirt and laugh all throughout.
Yes. Yes. I see your point.
You may see James Franklin in attendance at that game.
You may. You may very well.
Yeah, if he takes that job, I'd take it for like $5, just so Penn State still has to pay the rest of his salary.
There you go.
Because it's in the contract. I don't know if you guys saw when they were talking about that they just have to pay the difference.
Yeah.
And he has to actively search for a job.
Well, he's technically, officially, actively searching.
Good luck on you.
Yes. Some more college football on a budget. Delaware traveling to Wake Forest. You're getting price at Allegacy Federal, and I'm saying that wrong. Allegacy Federal Credit Union Stadium in Winston-Salem. You're getting price for that game on the ACC Network, $9.
I'll go just to see if that name actually wraps the entirety of the stadium. Or is it just go one end zone to the other end zone?
Absolutely.
You got to be
You're a
careful with the
cigarette
font
smoker,
choice on a sign
that's a
like
good
that.
place to be, too.
You
Yes.
might go the length of the field. I could easily see that happening. We'll keep going here. Want to mention this one only because of the teams playing. It barely over the limit.
UConn and Florida Atlantic?
UConn and Florida Atlantic at Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton. Get in price for that one, $11.
You adjust it for Boca inflation. That's probably under.
Okay.
Still not going.
No.
No, we've been there already this year. We don't need to go back.
Correct.
Tulane at Temple at the Link in Philadelphia. Get in price for that one, $8.
Oh, wow.
You can do bobbing for
Plenty of good
beignets while you're
sections
tailgating.
available at that game.
Yeah, well, but to Marty's point, if you tailgate with the Tulane folks that make the drive up or the flight up, that's a better tailgate. And then after that, you go to the Temple tailgate tour, and maybe they've got Primanti Brothers. So I mean, it's available to you.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about the wrong city, however.
Whatever.
I think
They're still Yinzers.
importing something from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia might be considered a crime in that state.
Fine, whatever. Stop talking. Then fine, stay with the Tulane tailgaters. Then back off.
More budget college football. Oklahoma State at UCF, a 4:00 kickoff at FBC Mortgage Stadium in Orlando. You're getting price for that one, $8.
Nope.
Go and then visit a Universal theme park.
Even that wouldn't be an enticement for me. That's
but it helps my retirement
football right there.
Yes, absolutely it does. But still no.
A battle of two teams that are located extraordinarily close to each other. Furman at Clemson. A 4:30 kickoff at Death Valley. You're getting price for that one, $9.
Nope.
I'm going to go just on the off chance somebody falls down that hill.
I like the concept of going to these stadiums for under $10. You usually would not be able to do so. So
Absolutely.
This would fall in that category.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a stadium you wouldn't normally go to, but if you get a chance to go at a discount, it's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I highly recommend staying in Greenville, which is an excellent town, a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Right after that, UL Monroe at Texas State. You're getting price for that one right now, $9 at UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas.
Oh, there's too many jokes. But no, I don't think we've been to UFCU because they've been close,
but
they
not
haven't
quite.
been budget. So now that they're in budget, it's a visit to San Marcos. I'll go yes.
Shipley Donuts.
Oh, see?
Worth it.
Trust a fat guy when it comes to food.
Winner donut dinner.
Oh, boy.
Is that the one where there are two Buc-ee's on the way from where you live, Marty?
Yeah, there's possibly 3 now.
Oh.
You can gorge yourself on Buc-ee's all the way there and all the way home.
I might have to break out my Buc-ee's football jersey. Don't laugh. It's a thing.
And last and certainly the least, the lowest price game on the board as we speak, Western Kentucky traveling to LSU to take on the Bayou Bengals at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. You're getting price for that right now, $6.
Night game in Red Stick for $6. Are you kidding me?
Go see Big Red and Red Stick.
Things up.
Yeah.
Go see Big Red and Red Stick.
Absolutely true.
I just want to see the mascot interactions for this game.
Oh, absolutely. FCS, $10. Dartmouth and Brown, noon kick, Brown Stadium in Providence, Rhode Island. I would go ding because I don't think we've been there. And Brown Stadium, by the way, was a place where I stiff-armed a Dartmouth running back on back-to-back plays, shooting highlights once in that game. Literally, you see me. I've got the camera in my right hand, and Dartmouth does student body left, and I'm right there. And this was before the days where you had that buffer zone where you could get right on the sideline to shoot. And so I've got the camera in my right hand. You see the tailback doing student body left. He ends up getting knocked out of bounds, and you see my left hand go into the frame, and I stiff arm him, and he hits the ground. Happened again, same play. Second time, same thing happened. I'm shooting. He's coming at me. I stiff arm him. He drops.
15 yards.
It's the best open
unnecessary roughness.
Best open field tackles I ever made was with the camera in my right hand and stiff arm and a Dartmouth kid with my left. Let's see.
That's arguably a better story than me knocking Fred Gibson into the end on the ground in the end zone at a UGA game.
Oh, that's actually pretty solid as long as you still have the video. Murray State and Indiana State Memorial Stadium, Terre Haute, get-in price $9. Let's see. I thought there might have been.
Or hey, when we did that Georgia bowl game, and I stiff armed that guy trying to get his crappy mic flag in.
Yes, that was fantastic.
I believe I scared David Pollock on that play.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Wasn't it? Like Gil said, "Oh, don't worry, that's Big Mart."
Big Marty. $10. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Alabama State at the ASU football stadium. That's the one where you're driving southbound into downtown Montgomery and you see a football stadium right there downtown. That's the ASU football stadium looking for a corporate sponsor.
Right off I-85.
Get-in price for Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Alabama State, $10. Go for the bands.
So wait, does that stadium just say TBD on the side or something?
I think it does.
It might.
They are there for that one. And then you mentioned the $9 get-in for Furman and Clemson. Not on a budget. Robert and Janet Vacker Stadium in Edinburgh, Texas. East Texas A&M and UT Rio Grande Valley, one of the great stories for a first-year team in FCS. I think they're 7-3 or 8-3 right now. Get-in priced for East Texas A&M and UT RGV, $210.
What's more than it costs to go there?
That's what I'm saying. East Texas A&M and UTRGV get in the door for a football game, $210.
And guys, I just want to mention that price would make it the second highest priced ticket going on the board this week, because the only game that's more expensive than that right now, as we look at it 6 days out, Washington State at James Madison.
Oh, yes.
You're getting price for that game at Bridgeforth Stadium in Harrisonburg.
Oh, go forth to Bridgeforth.
$273.
Not a shock.
Nobody buying that.
Did you not?
Just for reference, later today, the Cleveland Browns are playing for $6.
My Miami Dolphins are playing right now in Madrid.
I mean,
you can't even get Primanti Brothers in Harrisonburg, so it's certainly not worth the price.
See?
Pretty campus, but not that pretty.
Yeah, really?
That is impressive, however.
And look, it's supply and demand. We know all about that when it comes to football economics.
Indeed. Guys, that kind of wraps up what ended up being kind of a weird week.
Yes.
Couple of coaches saying that they're not going anywhere. Lane Kiffin's response after being asked about the University of Florida after beating the University of Florida. I love Ole Miss.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Dillingham saying he is good at Arizona State and committed to them in the long haul. Special shout out to Mike Elko at Texas A&M, who gets a new contract, making him one of the 5 highest paid college football coaches in the country. He also not going anywhere.
Man.
The Penn State search is deteriorating as we speak.
You know who I think is going to end up with that job, and I could be wrong? Brian Daboll.
That's an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
He tried for it.
Don't be surprised. They can afford him. He's looking for a job. I think he would be an excellent college football coach and a good fit for that team and that program.
So that's probably, you just explained why they probably wanted to.
That's exactly why that.
So
Penn
negative,
State's going to do Penn State
so
things.
Negative.
Look at the last turd they hired.
He stayed there for a decade, though.
Yeah.
Still a turd.
Look, a decade-old turd.
That's a poop emoji with a headset on.
The first person to create a poop emoji with a headset, that'd be epic.
You just give me t-shirt ideas now.
See?
Quick note in case it happens that a few years ago when Brett Bielema's Illinois team went in and crushed Wisconsin, Paul Chryst was fired shortly after just because of that whole situation with Brett Bielema. If that happens again this week, maybe you'll get a twofer. Maybe Luke Fickell will be shown the door.
31 and a half. 31 and a half's the buyout for Fickell right now.
Yeah.
80% due within 30 days.
I don't see that one happening, guys. I really don't. It may happen next year, but I don't see it happening this year.
Oh, people.
I think he's just
the talent pool's not there for college football coaches right now. It's very, very thin.
Yeah, at this point, you just look at what the buyouts cost next year, and then you just roll the dice.
You calculate whether it's worth making that investment or not, because you could end up with somebody who's even worse.
Yeah. Right now, you're asking yourself, should I just take the year off the buyout?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there are some coaches on the list that should be on the list this year that won't be for that very reason, but they will be coming up next season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And John's pointing to his headphone.
53 versus 45. You tell me.
Yeah. If I could save $8 million and suck it up for another year, then
you could buy a quarterback.
And an offensive coordinator and a quarterback that agree, that don't have a history with each other. And so fun.
All right, tune in next week, see who we got fired this week.
Yeah.
Really? Let's see if we can get let's see. So it was 5 in a row, then we had an off week.
Yep.
Let's see if somebody got fired before we come back. But
I prefer to say we took a bye.
Yeah. we had our own bye week. See, I like
we got a mulligan this week.
We had a bye week. We had a bye week when it came to dismissals. I like that. That's good.
All right, I think this is the point where we wrap things up, guys. So let's wrap things up.
Right.
For the entire OSG sports team, thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate you giving us your valuable time. Have a great week. Look forward to seeing you again next week when we have lots of college football action to talk about. And don't forget about the College Football X coming up midweek, where you hear about some of the newsmakers and storytellers in the great game of college football.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Please like and subscribe. And John Fox, I didn't get an X out of you.